You may have heard the saying that the greatest things come in small packages. And while there are many things that could fit this description, few are as tiny yet as impactful as bees. These fuzzy little insects are responsible for pollinating countless plants, including many of our food crops. But despite their best efforts, bee populations around the world are declining due to habitat loss, pesticide use, and climate change. This decline has serious implications for us humans, since it means that fewer crops will be pollinated, leading to lower yields and higher prices. But there is hope. By learning more about bees and taking steps to protect them, we can ensure that these little heroes continue to buzz around for generations to come. So let us take a closer look at what makes bees so special and what we can do to help them out. First off, let's talk about what bees actually do. As anyone who's ever had a bee land on them can attest, they're not the most graceful of creatures, but they are incredibly efficient pollinators. When bees fly from flower to flower collecting pollen, some of that pollen sticks to their furry bodies and gets carried off to other flowers. This process is called pollination, and it's how plants reproduce. So without bees, many plants wouldn't be able to produce fruits or vegetables. In fact, one study found that bees are responsible for pollinating 75% of the world's crops. That includes major food sources like apples, almonds, cherries, cucumbers, squash, tomatoes, and more. In addition to their work as pollinators, bees also produce honey, wax, and other products that humans use. Honey, of course, is the most well-known, but beeswax is used to make candles and furniture polish, while royal jelly and propolis, also known as bee glue, have a number of purported health benefits. Now let's talk about the different types of bees. There are over 20,000 species of bees worldwide, but the most common type is the honeybee. Honeybees live in hives with other honeybees, and have a queen bee that lays eggs. The workers are all female and they collect pollen and nectar from plants. Male honeybees are called drones, and their only job is to mate with the queen. One of the most fascinating things about honeybees is their communication. They communicate with each other through a series of dances. When a honeybee finds a good source of pollen, or nectar, it returns to the hive and performs a waggle dance to tell the other bees where it found it. The other bees then follow the route of the waggle dance to find the plant. While honeybees are the most well-known type of bee, there are many other types, including bumblebees, stingless bees, and orchid bees. Bumblebees are large, fuzzy bees that are often black and yellow. They are important pollinators of crops such as tomatoes and potatoes. Stingless bees are found in tropical regions and get their name from the fact that their stings are not connected to their venom glands. This means that they can sting, but they don't inject venom into the sting. Orchid bees are known for their beautiful colors and their ability to pollinate orchids. They are found in the rainforests of Central and South America, as well as in Africa and Asia. So now that we know a little bit about bees, let's talk about why they're in trouble. One of the biggest threats to bees is habitat loss. As more and more wild areas are converted into farmland or urban development, bees lose the plants they need to pollinate and the resources they need to survive. Pesticides are another major threat to bees. When bees collect pollen and nectar from plants that have been treated with pesticides, they can bring those pesticides back to the hive with them. This can kill the bees or weaken them so they are more susceptible to disease. Climate change is also a major threat to bees. As the climate changes, the plants that bees rely on for food may not bloom at the right time or may not produce enough pollen or nectar. This can make it difficult for bees to find the resources they need to survive. Despite these threats, there are things that we can do to help bees. One of the best ways to support bees is to plant bee-friendly plants in your garden. This means planting a variety of flowers that bloom at different times of the year, so that bees always have something to eat. You can also provide bees with a source of water, such as a shallow dish filled with rocks and water. This will give bees a place to drink, and will also help them cool off in the summer heat. Another thing you can do to support bees is to avoid using pesticides. If you must use pesticides, try to find ones that are less harmful to bees, such as neem oil or horticultural oil. You can also take steps to protect your bees from predators, such as birds and rodents. This can include putting up bird feeders away from your beehives and sealing up any cracks or holes in your beehive. If you want to go the extra mile, you can also keep a hive of honeybees yourself. This is a great way to learn more about bees and to support your local bee population. Of course, keeping a hive of honeybees is a big responsibility. They require a lot of care and attention, and it's important to follow best practices to keep both the bees and your community safe. If you're not sure if you're cut out to be a beekeeper, you can always start by volunteering at a local apiary. This will give you a chance to learn more about bees and see if beekeeping is right for you. As we've seen, bees are truly tiny heroes. They play an important role in our ecosystem and produce a number of useful products for humans. Unfortunately, bee populations are declining due to a number of factors, but there are things that we can do to help bees thrive. By following the tips above, you can create a bee-friendly environment in your own backyard and help ensure that bees continue to buzz around for generations to come. Now let's take a quick quiz to see how much you remember from this video. Question No. 1. What is the name of the dance that honeybees use to communicate the location of food sources? A. The jitterbug. B. The Macarena. C. The waggle dance. The answer is C. The waggle dance. Question No. 2. Which of the following is not a threat to bees? A. Habitat loss. B. Increased availability of food. C. Climate change. The answer is B. Increased availability of food. Question No. 3. What can you do to help protect bees from predators? A. Put up bird feeders close to your beehives. B. Seal up cracks and holes in your beehives. C. Spray pesticides around your beehives. The answer is B. Seal up cracks and holes in your beehives. Thanks for watching this episode. We hope you learned something new about bees and how to help them out. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more nature videos. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.